Armenia has thwarted what authorities call a large and sinister plan to overthrow the government. 14 people have been arrested, including Archbishop Stepan Galstanian, one of the country's most prominent clerics, on charges of allegedly attempting to seize power through violence and terrorism. Armenia's investigative committee says the group planned to recruit strike teams of former military and police personnel, block roads, paralyze traffic, and shut down communication networks to destabilize the country. At the center of the crisis is Galstanian, a charismatic archbishop who stepped down from his post to challenge Prime Minister Nikol Pashinyan with a movement he calls Sacred Struggle. Though ineligible for office due to his dual Armenian-Canadian citizenship, Galstanian's political influence surged as he led protests demanding Pashinyan's resignation. The Armenian Apostolic Church, deeply embedded in national identity since the Middle Ages, has long been a powerful moral force. During the First Karabakh War, and again after the Second, the Church played a pivotal role in sanctifying war efforts, using religious symbolism to galvanize national support and justify violence. In recent years, the Church has grown increasingly hostile toward Pashinyan, particularly after his call for the resignation of Catholicos Geregin II. Senior clerics, backed by wealthy business interests, have openly opposed any peace deal with Azerbaijan. They share this goal with Armenia's former ruling elite, particularly ex-presidents Robert Kocharyan and Serge Sargsyan. According to a leaked 7-page document and audio recordings published by local media, the Church and former officials coordinated efforts to remove Pashinyan, unified by a common objective, derailing the ongoing peace process with Baku. The 2020 defeat in the Second Karabakh War marked a turning point in Armenia's political landscape. A visible rift emerged between the old guard, aligned with Moscow and hardline nationalism, and Pashinyan's post-revolution government, which positions itself closer to the West. The crisis now reflects more than a struggle over leadership. It represents a battle between the past and the future, tradition and reform, East and West. Moscow's hand, though more subtle than before, remains present. The alleged plot involves several oligarchs with deep Russian ties, most notably billionaire Samvel Karapetyan, recently arrested for allegedly inciting the seizure of power. Kremlin spokesperson Dmitry Peskov confirmed that Russia is in contact with Armenian authorities regarding Karapetyan, who holds Russian citizenship. He also called the situation Armenia's internal affair. Since Pashinyan rose to power in 2018, Russia's grip on Yerevan has weakened. That shift has made Armenia a new frontier in a familiar geopolitical contest between Russian influence and Western alignment. Today's situation differs primarily in the involvement of the Armenian Church, and possibly external actors in this conflict. The Armenian public is now split. One camp supports Pashinyan's pursuit of peace with Azerbaijan, weary from decades of war and longing for economic stability. The other, heavily influenced by the Church and nationalist sentiment, sees concessions as betrayal. With parliamentary elections on the horizon in 2026 and tensions still high on the border, Armenia faces a volatile mix of unresolved conflict, religious devotion, and competing loyalties. The crisis may have been diffused for now, but the underlying divisions remain dangerously alive.